DOAE. It's like a C6 OE 1542637 of 460 heads from a brown recluse spider. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the something messy garage. You ever wonder why your dad's so strong? You ever wonder why old men are strong? Like my dad can pick up anything. You know, he's just one of the strongest people I ever knew. Show you a little bit why mechanics are strong, and show you some of the weights on this stuff. But so what I did was I brought the scale from inside and I went and got me a board. Of course, the board I pulled out, thank goodness it's cold out here in the garage. The board I pulled out from the stack of boards I got over here. Of course, it's got a brown recluse exoskeleton on it, which I'll show you, which I've gotten kind of used to them. I just watch where I stick my hands, you know. They're not a real aggressive spider until you go to squish one. So as long as you watch your hands and your hand placement and stuff, but I try not to put my hands in places I can't see. But without further ado, let me show you this. So I've gone and got my scale, and it's got a glass top on it. But look at that. That is an exoskeleton from a brown recluse spider. Sitting right on top of that board. What I've got for you today is I've got some heads, I've got some intakes, I got some aluminum intakes, I got some cast iron intakes, and we'll look and see why your dads are so strong, or why old men are strong. Look, this will tell you how messy this garage is. I've been looking for 20 minutes for an intake. And I'm like, man, what did I do with that thing? Look at this. Look what I got sitting right here. It is a Torker 351 for a 351 Cleveland 4-barrel. Let's bring that over here because we're going to weigh that too. Let's start with a 750 double pumper. Holley 750 double pumper. It's a dual line. I don't have the dual line set up on it. Let's get this bad puppy zeroed up. All right, we're at 0 pounds. So we're at 12.3 pounds for a Holley 750 double pumper. All right, next up, we'll go with the baby. The 289 head. 289 302 head. I'm gonna pick this thing up one-handed. Did it, oh. Let me go in the intake port here. Oh, there we go. All right. Zero that bad puppy out. Throw that head on there. We're at 49.5 pounds for a 289 302 head. Fully dressed. All right, next up, we'll get this 351 Cleveland head over here. So I can pick that up one-handed. There we go. Oh, this ain't as bad as I thought. It's a 351 Cleveland 4-barrel head, and it's gonna weigh in at 57.9 pounds. Not too shabby. Those intake ports on that bad puppy. Woohoo! And last but not least, let's grab one of the old Dove 460 heads. Now this one doesn't have any valves in it or springs or anything, but zero that bad puppy out again. Let's throw this on here. We are coming in at, oh, I'm leaning on it. 61.3 pounds. So I don't know what it would be with the valves and everything in it, but I've already stripped this head, so just remember, this is what people are lifting every day, on and off cars. All right, let's get into some intakes. Let's do the old small block Ford. This is a 289. This is looks like a C6 OE. I think it's a 6. So it's a Ford small block. Look at that firing order. 15426378. Firing order of champions. All right, let's set this bad puppy up there. It weighs a bit. Zeroed out, and that is 39.6 pounds. Wow, I guess it's just harder to grab a hold of. Seems heavier than that. All right, I don't have a whole lot of aluminum intakes here for a small block Ford, but I do have this Offenhauser Dollar-Flo. Let's see how light that is. That's how much weight you're gonna save on your engine. That's 14.7 pounds. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit of difference. I guess next, we'll go with this cast iron. Looks like a DOAE 351 Cleveland intake. See if I can get this thing over here without killing myself. Try to do all this one-handed film. I don't have any help. All right, let's get this bad puppy on here. See what it weighs. All right, we're zeroed out. Let's see what she got. 45.1. All right, let's see how much weight we save, because I have a Torker 351. See the weight difference. Man, I tell you what, stuff's heavy. Hard to do. Well, these aren't heavy, the aluminum ones. I'm gonna need a backiotomy after this is over with. All right, zeroed out. The aluminum weighs in at a whopping 15 pounds. Wow, you saved like 30 something pounds just by going with aluminum. All right, I'll set that one over here. And next we have tunnel ram. Wine tunnel ram for a 351 Cleveland. See what it weighs in at. And it's gonna weigh in at 24.9 pounds. Not too shabby. Matt thinks pretty. All right, I'm being wimpy. My back's hurting already. So let's get this 351 Windsor intake here. We'll grab it with both hands. Zero this bad puppy out. I'll set it down on there, and then I'll show you what we got. Holy moly, I forgot to hit record on that. All right. I'm breathing hard and everything on you. See if we can zero it out. Oh, it went out. All right. All right, it's zeroed. See if I can get it on there without going crazy. We're at 46.6 pounds. And that is a C9OE 351 Windsor cast iron 4-barrel intake. Alrighty, last but not least is a Performer RPM for a 429 460, because I couldn't find my cast iron intake, and I'm not taking one off the two cars that have them. So it was zeroed out. 22 pounds. And I would say that a cast iron big block Ford intake is probably at least 60 pounds, if I had my guess. So there you go. That's heads and intakes. Let's look and see what, look, I got a third member sitting right there. Let me get that over here. All right. That is a 31 spline, 325 open. So I'll put that bad puppy up there. Let me get it zeroed out. I'll see what I can do with see if I can figure out the way to do the phone. All right. Oh, unzeroed on me. Here we go. We're zeroed. And that weighs in at a whopping 87.5 pounds. There you go. All right. Got my hat on backwards. Got my hat on backwards the whole time. I ain't got my Bridgestone up front. Had that thing on there. I'm like a rebel. By golly, I had my hat on backwards. I'm like a rebel. So, all right. Well, you know they got to turn wrenches and everything, and torque specs on stuff most of the time go over 100 pounds. Wheels and tires, they weigh a lot. I guess I could weigh a wheel. We could look at that. I got a steel wheel sitting right there. We could weigh that one. That's a Dodge wheel with like a maybe 225, 70 on it. So I'll bring it over here and weigh it real quick and get an idea on that. All right, there we go. It's zeroed out. Wheel is on there. We're at 49.1. So remember, when people are changing out wheels, they're throwing 50 pounds up all the time. I wouldn't mess with a mechanic. What you got to realize is, you know, these guys, man, they might not be lifting weights, but I think when you're doing this stuff all day, you don't really have to lift weights, but you do need to get some kind of exercise. So a lot of these guys don't get out and do the exercising after work. A lot of them go out and drink beer and sit around, and they're strong as all get out, but they got no stamina. Sound like me. But yeah, so that's all that stuff I did was from a Ford. So really watch out for those General Motors mechanics, because they got to work on their cars more often, because that's why they got a Chevrolet, because they're easier to work on. And if you got to work on them all the time, might as well make them easier to work on. Sorry, my Chevy buddies, but you know you had it coming. All right, with that, I guess I'll call it a video. And hope everybody had a happy Turkey Day. And oh, look, that is a Chevrolet part looking at right here in the background. Like, I got gold Moroso valve covers, steering wheels, 68 Mustang grill. Look at all that stuff. All that Ford stuff, and there's a Chevrolet part right there on the wall. Does anybody know what that is? Leave it in the comment if you do. Here, I'll go over and show it to you better. There it is. My one Chevrolet part in this whole garage. Anybody know what that belongs to? Anybody know what that is? It's for a 427, 396 427 Chevy is what it's got written on it. So, leave it in the comments.